Hello.
Hello, שבוע טוב.
שבוע טוב.
Shavuot Tov.
שבוע טוב.
טוב.
How's everybody?
Hey, you're getting bearded.
What?
Your
It grows by
beard.
itself. It's low maintenance. Harold, how is Israel?
Beautiful, very nice. I mean, it was a bit touching. We went to go see soldiers who were in the rehab center. It's terrible. You're missing legs, arms. It's just terrible, terrible. But they're in good spirits, which is hard to understand. But
Yeah, I saw a video this week of a young guy who lost both legs and one arm.
oh my
He
God,
was just released after many, many surgeries.
yeah,
Young guy, terrible.
it's terrible.
Three, we have the Daf Yomi now.
I thought that 8 Daf Yomi and said, okay,
The Novi is at 8.
Hey, yeah.
got it. Okay, thank you.
You're
Good
welcome.
joint.
All right.
Aget Vach.
Devach.
Oh, Shavuot Tov.
Hi, everybody. Hi. I have terrible jet lag.
151. Points fin star lemoicher. Aval pishen lokachimo. A seller can write a star mechir even though the loicher is not there because the liability is only on him. Kivan sheichit zigzat bekarka, and the buyer, let's say he's being sold a piece of land. Once he does an act of chazak on that piece of land, nikneh shtar b'chol mokum shehu. He acquires the shtar. That's v'zui sheshanin nechasim she'en lan achrayis. A shtar is a nechas that does not considered have achrayis, niknin im nechasim she'en achrayis, which is land. And when land is acquired through kesef shtar v'chazaka, we're dealing with what items are considered nechasim. We said a shtar is a neches. Behema ikra nechasi. Animals are considered nechasim, assets. It's not. Hamagdish nechasa, v'aisa ben behema rui legabi mizbeach. A person donated his assets to the Beis Hamikdash, and among his assets are animals that are tamim, which would be roi lemizbeach, zecharim if they're male, la'olos. The kevas yimchu letzarchei zuchei shlamim. Females can be sold, and then you can buy shlamim with it. So you see clearly, you use the word nechasim, and the behemoths were included. Behemoths are considered nechasim. Oifos ikris nechasi, birds are considered nechasim. Hamagish nechasim ayu ben divram haruim legabi mizbeach yeno shmonim ve'oifos. Among your assets were things that were royal mizbeach, like wine, oil, birds. So you see, birds are considered nechasim. Tefillin ikri nechasim disnan. Hamagdish nechasav. Malin lo tefillin. Tefillin is, you can donate as well. It's considered nechasim. Everything we mentioned so far, there's no question about. What about Iboilahu? Sefer Torah Mai. Is a Sefer Torah considered assets? Nechasim? Kivan lo mizdabe. Normally, it's prohibited to sell a Sefer Torah. Asur lizvune, so lav nechasai. Maybe since you can't sell a Sefer Torah, normally, it's not considered nechasim. O dilma, kivan to mizdabein, lilmod Torah v'lisa isha. There are occasional times where you can sell a Sefer Torah. To marry a woman, to go to yeshiva. So maybe nechasayu. So take. So the shaila of a Sefer Torah is left with take. Simin. Zutra Ema Amram Mitarte Achos Rav Tuvi Rav Dimi Rav Yosef. These are mnemonics for the Nef Sugyas. Imad Rav Zutra Bar Tuvia. The mother of Rav Zutra, Kasfinu Nochsei, Rav Zutra Bar Tuvia. She wanted to get married. So she wrote her assets to her son, Rav Zutra. And she explained it's Debola Ansubile Rav Zvid. She wants to get married to Rav Zvid, and she didn't want her assets to go to Rav Zvid. So she pre-wrote all of her nechosim to her son, Rav Zutra. Instantly, she got married, but then Garsha, and then she got divorced. So the case came, Asal Kamed Rav Bibi Barabaya. She wanted to get her assets back from her son, right? The only reason she gave her assets was temporarily while she's married. So Omar, Rav Bibi said, Mishum Ansubi, the whole reason you gave the assets was because you wanted to get married. Va Insubi. You got married. Even though you got divorced, it's a Tanai, you fulfilled it by getting married. So the matana to Rav, her son Rav Zutra, is a permanent matana. Because you come from the family of Eli, those that were cut off, because there was a curse on the family of Eli, that because the sons of Eli, Chofni and Pinchas, they did bad things in the Mishkan, so there was a punishment that they wouldn't live long lives. So because you are descended from the Bnei Eli, you say bad things, means that a woman who's trying to give her assets to somebody to avoid having them fall into the rishus of her husband, we say it's a good matan and it doesn't go back because she doesn't explain her reasoning. She said very clearly, I'm doing it because I'm getting married. I don't want the assets to fall to him. And she's not married anymore, so she gets her assets back. Imid Rav Rami Bar Chama, the mother of Rami Bar Chama, Be'urta Kasvina L'Nochsei L'Rami Bar Chama. At night, she wrote the assets to Rami Bar Chama. B'tzafra Kasvinu L'Rav Ukva Bar Chama. The morning, she changed her mind and gave it to Rav Ukva. Also, Rami Bar Chama L'Kamei Rav Sheshes. Rami Bar Chama comes in front of Rav Sheshes. Ukbi B'Nochsi. And Rav Sheshes gave him, he was the one who was given the gift first. But also Rav Ukva Bar Chama came Rav Nachman, Ukbi B'Nochsi. Rav Nachman gave it to the second guy, Rav Ukva. Also Rav Sheshes L'Kamei Rav Nachman. Rav Sheshes, who paskined not like Rav Nachman, came to Rav Nachman. Normally, my time Ukbi Mar Rav Ukva Bar Chama. Rav Sheshes asked Rav Nachman, why did you give the assets to Rav Ukva? Imishum Da'adra, because she changed her mind. Vashchiva, she died. And a Mana Shchivmara, it's like Kiksuvo Masura. It was already given to the first guy. Amar Layachi Amar Shmuel. That any gift Shilu Amad, Poiser, if any type of gift that if she would have gotten healthy and gotten up, would go back to her, like in a case where somebody gives all of his assets, doesn't mishire anything, even if they didn't get better, choizer b'matanasa. In theory, it does go back to her. Therefore, if she went ahead and gave it to another person, the other person is one who has it. So Rav Sheshes responded, Eimer Amar Shmuel, when does it go back? If it's going to come back to them, to the Shchibur itself. La'acher mi Omar. But Shmuel never said that svara, if the asset's going to go somewhere. Amar lei, no, beferish Amar Shmuel, bein la'atzma, bein la'acher. No. That if it's a type of gift that would be choizer, it's choizer whether it comes back to him or comes back to another party. Eimed Rav Amram chasida avalem meluga d'shtori. The mother of Amram had a bunch of shtoros. Ki koshachva, when she was dying, Amra le'avi la'amram bri. I want these shtoros to go to my son Bri, to my son Amram. Osi achval lekame Rav Nachman. So the brothers of Amram came to Rav Nachman. Amru le v'aloi moshach. He didn't do an act of kinyan on these chavilos. Maybe it's not. It doesn't go to him. Amru lehu divrei shchivra kiksuvim dormu. Remember, that's the whole point of a shchivra. He doesn't have to make a kinyan. The words, it's as if they're given and written. Period. Achsed Rav Tuvi bar Rav Masna kasfil and Achsed Rav Tuvi bar Rav Masna b'tzaf. The sister of Rav Tuvi wrote her assets to her brother Rav Tuvi in the morning. Lepanya in the evening, Asa Rav Achadboy bar Rav Masna b'achala. Rav Achadboy, who's the brother, came crying to the sister. Armela, Hashta Ami Martzuvim Rabbanu Mar Lavtzum Rabbanu. People are going to say that you gave it to Rav Tuvi, who's a Talmid Chacham, and I'm not a Talmid Chacham. So he made her feel bad. Kasvina Ni'ala. So she changed and wrote the answers to him. And the case came also committed Rav Nachman. Armei Hachi Amar Shmuel. Kol she'ilu Amad Choizer, if it's a type of gift where if she would have gotten healthy from her deathbed, she would have gotten it all back. She has the right to change the matana, and therefore, Rav Nachman Paskin, that it goes to the second guy, Rav Achadboy. Achsed Rav Dimi bar Yosef, Havili Psikta de Pardesa. The sister of Rav Dimi had a portion of an orchard. She would get sick. Each time she got sick, she thought she would die. She would give her chelek of that orchard to somebody. But when she got healthy, she took it back. She got sick. She sent word, Tokani, go make a kinyan with that orchard. Shalach, I don't want the orchard. Tokani kolecha the boys. She said, go and make a kinyan anything you want, or any way you want. He didn't want to travel. Also, Shire of economy day. There was some portion of this orchard that he made a kinyan with. He kaima hadripli. Then she got healthy, and she wanted to take everything back. They sent word to Rav Dimi, come to the Beis Din. Lo Asa didn't come. Amar, my I said, why should I come? She didn't give everything. We made a kinyan, and it's all mine. If you don't come, I'm going to beat you with like a thorn, like Malchus. Amar Lulasadi. He asked the Adim, hey, what was the case? Hey, Chayav Maisa. Amrachi, Vaidakam Michahach Itza. Woes to me that I'm going to die. The whole reason she gave the gift is she thought she was going to die. She didn't die, she gets it back. Even in a case where she didn't give all the assets. Previously we said she doesn't get it back if she didn't give everything. But now if it's clear that the gift is being given because she's going to die, she gets it back as well. Itma. So there was Machlokes Amoraim. The Mad Shchibra b'miktzas. That means a Shchibra doesn't give all of his assets. Amrur Rabbanan Kamei Rav Mishmei de Marzutra Breid Rav Nachman, Domer Shmei Rav Nachman. Harehi Kemat Nesbori. A a shchibra gives away partial gifts, it's like a regular maton of a healthy person. And harehi kamad shchibra, it has a duality. Harehi kamad spori shim amad and a choser. That if she gets better from her illness, doesn't come back. It's a regular matona. However, harehi kamad shchibra, shaloboy kinyan doesn't require special kinyan. The kinyan is with amira bilvad. Amlu Rava. So Rava responded, Lava minlachu, lo titlu buki tzriki, Rav Nachman. Don't make a mistake to hang empty bottles with Rav Nachman. What you've said about Rav Nachman can't be correct. Hachyam Rav Nachman. Harei kemadas bari. A partial gift by Shchibra is like a regular maton of a bari, uboy kinyan. It requires a regular kinyan. No kinyan, then it's not a gift. Esrei Rav Nachman. Rava brought a kasha on Rav Nachman. Shayir karka kolshu. Shchibra keeps some land. Matanoso kayemes. The matana is not reversed. Now my love lo economine. There's no kinyan here. So the Gemara says lo the economine. There was a kinyan. Iachi, if there's a kinyan, name is sefer. Lo shayir karka kolshu. If he didn't retain any land, we say ein matanoso kayemes. V'ish economy, but if it's a kinyan, amay matanoso kayemes. It should be a perfectly good matana if the kinyan was made. So, Amali Achi Amar Shmuel, Shchibra Shekasav Kodachasav Lacherim. He brought all of his assets to somebody else. Didn't keep anything. And Afal Pi Shekonim Yodo, even if they made a kinyan, Amad Choizer, if he gets better, it comes back to him. Why? So we've added a new concept here. If the gift was because he thought he was dying, he didn't die, he gets it back even if they made a kinyan. Rav Mishashil Rava. Ma'isa b'imen shel bnei Rachel sh'aisa choyle. The mother of the peddlers was sick. Va'amra tinosen tibeinasi labiti. Some kind of cosmetic should be given to my daughter. V'hu b'shnei masar mana. It was worth 12 mana. Umesa, and the mother died. The kimut vara, and even though it was only a partial gift, they were makayim without a kinyan, and they gave it to the daughter. So Rav Nachman said, from there's no raya. Hasam b'mitzvah machmas misa. That's mitzvah machmas misa. So again, even without a kinyan, it'll work. Eis v'Ravina l'Rava. Ravina asked the kasha on Rava. Rava is the one who's been saying that at matna shchiv mara, even if it's a partial matana, it doesn't require kinyan. Ha'omer tnu get zeli ishti. Ushtar shechru zela avdi. Give this guest to my wife. Give this shtar shechru to an eved umeis. So lo yitnu lachar misa. These shtaros don't work. A dead man can't give shtaros. But if he said money, tnu mana leploini umeis yitnu lachar misa. So even though it's a matana biknatz and doesn't require a kinyan. And umimai shalok, how do you know no kinyan was done? Umay shalok konim miyodeh. Dumila get. Ma get lav bar kinyan. You don't make a kinyan with a get. Hayaf nami look konomine. So Rava responded, Hasam nami b'mitzvah machnas misa. It's clear that he gave the gift because he thought he was dying. So there's no. So it's the kinyan works without a kinyan. Ravuna b'rei Rav Yeshua Amar. Mitzvah machmas misa ba'alma boy kinyan. In general, even if you're giving a gift, you think you're going to die, it needs a kinyan. Those prices we just brought, we don't need a kinyan, are cases of machalik kol nechasav. He was giving away everything, not partial. And it's a regular matana shchibmara that doesn't require kinyan. And the hilchasa matana shchibmara b'miktas boy kinyan. If a shchibmara is giving only some of his stuff, it requires a kinyan. Bava gav shemeth, even if he dies. If he dies, it comes. It doesn't. It's a regular matana. If they didn't do a kinyan, the yorshim would get it. It would not be a good gift. if it's clear mitzvah machlos smisa lo by kinyan, being given as a command because he knows he's going to die, then it doesn't require kinyan. But who shemes, then he dies. But if he doesn't die, then it would not be a kinyan, right? Im omad choyzer bo. If he got better, comes back to him. Avagav the kodem, even if they made a kinyan. Okay.
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow we can learn at the regular time. There's nothing. There's no 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. What? Huh? Okay, so we can learn at 8, right? 8 p.m.
okay,
Okay.
go ahead.
Yeah.
You sure talk, everybody.